What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. You know, one thing I see a lot in one-to-one consultations, especially towards the end of a relationship. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying this new stand here. My other one broke. One thing that I see that's consistent in the end of a relationship, this is with Muslims or non-Muslims, because I do consultations with non-Muslims also, is the bad guy buildup. I'm going to just call it the bad guy buildup. And what happens is the guy, despite his best efforts, guys doing and being men, that I'm like, wow, dude, you're really like, I'm like, dude, you're the freaking man. I was like, mashallah, you're really a good dude. Despite all of that, despite being the ideal husband, the ideal man, that they're made out to be these horrible monsters that are, oppressive and this and that and just all sorts of evil. Made out to be everything that a man shouldn't be. Actually, you know what they do? They make all his good attributes into bad ones. Like, if he constantly financially supports her, then he's financially domineering and oppressive and controlling because he can. And you have to pay attention to the words here that I hear. He can take the money away from me, even though there was no proof that this guy ever did something like that. If he's caring and he's and he's like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like he watches out for her. Then he's controlling and he's insecure and he's this. All of his positives become a negative. And what you need to know that when you start getting all of this is that your relationship is basically, the bell has tolled, for your relationship. So what can you do? Not much, really. I would say the primary thing you need to do at a point like this is emotionally separate yourself from the woman. Because she has, at some point that you missed, emotionally separated herself from you. And now all that there is an adversarial relationship. So things have been good and then it starts to go bad and you're like, what's going on? Understand she just doesn't like you anymore. I'm not saying go out and divorce her or whatever else, this, that, the other, but emotionally detach yourself from her. Okay, this is how it's going to be. You want to find a way to run out, then fine. Because the thing is like this, what I see a lot of times is, and this is where a lot of black pill personalities and mentality comes in, is that the guy, when he notices that the relationship is souring, which takes a long time because a lot of guys are oblivious and they don't really pay attention until things are really bad. That's when they start seeing things, because guys tend to miss the hints and the cues until they're like really up on the surface, and basically until the check engine light comes on in the dashboard. You never noticed like the temperature was running higher, and the car was smoking. He's like, I'm gonna keep driving. And then the check engine light comes on. He's like, oh my gosh, what's going on? That's guys for the most part. Actually, that's how women drive the car. Guys don't drive cars like that. Boy, if guys would like treat relationships like their cars, things would be a lot easier because you'd see the signs earlier. Anyway, whatever. Check out emotionally out of a relationship, because she's already checked out of the relationship emotionally. Now, let's talk about checking out emotionally. Checking out emotionally doesn't mean you don't love the woman. Doesn't mean you don't desire her. That doesn't mean that. What that means is that you basically prepare for her to be gone. You do what you gotta do. If you gotta go cry, you gotta go whatever else, you gotta go, don't do it in front of her. You gotta, ball it out to your homies or something, punch it out on a punching bag, go do it. But you let go, and you let the chips fall where they fall. Continue to be a good guy, to the best of your ability. But understand, no matter what you do, you will be the bad guy. Now, here's where the black pill part comes in, with guys turning black pill. And we see this in Muslims, even though if they don't ascribe or or believe in red pill, all this type of stuff. You see it in their personality where they start to like have this negative perspective and view on women in general. Me, I've married some of the worst women you can find out there in the dunya, and I don't have a negative perspective on women. Absolutely love them. I adore them. I think they're great. It's just I think there's also a means and a way that they have to be dealt with, and you have to vet them. you know, and all this type of other stuff. But I've talked about this multiple times. What happens is guys don't emotionally check out of a relationship first. Oh, that light there, it's like right through my mirror. There's like nowhere I can put that sunshade to stop that thing from blinding me. They don't emotionally check out of a relationship. And then to top it off, they not only don't do that, when they notice that the things are souring, they try harder. And he honestly puts in his best effort. Listen to what I'm saying here. He honestly puts in his best effort to save the relationship. And he's really putting his heart, his emotion, his loves, all of the feelings that he has towards this woman, he's trying to put into the relationship. Now, obviously, not all men do this, but you know, because some lady's going to go in the comment section, guys, in my one single case that I saw, you know, they're going to try and bring some exception, talk about the norm, but whatever. This guy still gets burned because she has checked out of the relationship emotionally. So all your extra efforts, all the extra love, all the extra emotion, all the extra care is pointless. It's like pearls before swine. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that saying. You're young, a lot of you guys, but if you put pearls in front of a pig, it can't appreciate them. And so it's the same thing with a woman who's emotionally not involved with you, or she has emotionally checked out with you. This is why you don't simp. This is why you don't white knight for random women, because she's not emotionally involved with you. And so it's like pearls before swine. She can't appreciate it. Don't expect her to. And so after all of this, all this extra effort, all this extra care and love and all this stuff he put in, it doesn't get the results he wants. He becomes bitter. He becomes disillusioned. He becomes all these negative feelings come to the surface because he honestly did his best. We've seen it before in other areas of your life. When you do your best at your job and you get crapped on or somebody else steals the credit. It's like that, but 10 times worse because you actually love this person. So check out, be nice, be good, but don't try extra. When she starts putting effort back into a relationship to do stuff other than make you look or feel bad, then do the same. But at the end of the day, if you keep on pressing emotionally to try and make everything work, and she's not doing the same, if she's not reciprocating, if there's no reciprocity, then it's time to actually look at like the situation for what it is that she's trying to end things. And in trying to end things, she's trying to make you look bad. And the more you try harder, the more you try and make her feel better and, you know, do nice things for her, the harder you make her job for her, and the more angry she becomes, and the more effort she puts into making you look bad. Guys, I know this sounds crazy. Women are gonna hate to hear this, but I have seen this multitudes of times from one-to-one consultations. I'm not making this up, guys. This is like something you can put money in the bank on. It's like that. So, yeah. Anyway, catch you guys. There'll be a live show tomorrow. Well, by the time this goes up, it won't be tomorrow. It's your man, Abuamerican. I'm out.
Better look me in the eyes, motherfucker. Who wants to fight? Aha. I'm only taking the brave. I'm not taking the scary. I'm not taking no girls. Are you ready to fight? Yes, sir. Are you ready to fight? Yes, sir.